When I was a kid, all I watched was superhero movies, and I would dream of having their powers. I would run around my house pretending to be Spider-Man, swinging from the walls like I was in New York. But I didn't have any powers, so I just fell down the stairs. But I found for every great superpower, there were some that were just useless. Like, come on, this guy's just blind. What can he really do that I can't? All I saw him do was throw a spear and guess that Homelander was standing there. And how was this man ever supposed to be part of the Seven? Because if I was getting mugged and this guy jumped down to save the day, I just know that the mugger's gonna double his profits. Because what can he do? Sniff him to death? And what if he thinks I'm the mugger and starts attacking me? Because he can smell my melanin and he looked at some statistics. Now I've been robbed of all my money and impaled. And if I was this guy, I would be so mad. Because if I took V, it could give me so many different powers. It could give me this ability or that ability, but it gave me a disability. Then there's Daredevil. He's literally the same but can defend you in court if you don't do anything goofy. And the way he got his powers actually makes sense. So Matt was walking around his home city minding his business until he saw a blind man walk into open traffic with a truck heading right towards him. Matt ended up jumping in front of the truck and saving the blind man, but the truck ended up crashing and spilling all of its chemicals, which ended up blinding Matt. And it took him a while to heal from those injuries, but when he did, he realized that all his other senses have been heightened, which lets him do these shenanigans. And the only reason he can do this is because he paid off the directors. Because I see a lot of blind people and they can't tell where anything is. Put a cup in front of them and ask them to find it right away. I bet they can't find it in their first try. And if I had both these guys' powers, I would get a parking spot and a guide dog. And I don't understand how they call this guy a superhero. To be a superhero, you need superpowers. And superpowers are something that makes you above the average of above average and above that average. And I'm pretty sure the average person does not fail this test. Superpowers are like super speed or super strength, like this guy, but he's made out of pebbles. This all happened because Reed Richards made a new rocket because he's really smart. But he didn't really know anyone with flying experience other than his old friend Ben. And Ben thinks he should go because, I mean, who doesn't want to be an astronaut? Also, his life kind of sucks. But throughout the flight, they noticed some cosmic rays heading towards them. And throughout all the different Fantastic Four media, something different was happening when they got hit by the cosmic rays. But they still got hit. So now he's got eczema. Like, get my boy some lotion, god damn. And this man was 6 foot plus before turning into this. So he had a girlfriend. And unfortunately had to go into hiding after the incident because, well, look at him. Don't worry though, because Mr. Fantastic was making a cure. And he's like one of the smartest people in Marvel. But Ben's girlfriend started missing him because, well, her man's has been gone for quite some time. So he went to go see his girlfriend because, hey, he might look a bit different, but he's still the same guy. And you know, she loves him for who he is on the inside. No, my man couldn't have been more wrong in his life. Because the second this girl saw him, she was not there for any of that business. She skedaddled right away. But hey, look on the bright side. He has super strength, which means he can throw heavy things and squeeze oranges. And that still ain't enough for me. I do not want to look like that. He also has immortality, but I'm kind of on the fence if that's a good power or not. Next is Penance. His powers used to be the ability to move at fast speeds. And while he's moving, he's invulnerable to any type of kinetic energy or objects coming his way. Until he got hit by an explosion that he just couldn't brush off. And this caused his powers to mutate, essentially turning him into a walking bomb. Now that's not a bad power, but what he has to do to gain this uncontrollable power is, I'm just gonna say it, intense stimulation. This is bad because later on in your life you're gonna get married, I hope, and when you finally put the ring on your fiance's finger, you're gonna shed a tear, and that's gonna be the best day of your life. Or maybe you're getting a back massage and the thumbs are just hitting the right spot and you're like, you stub your toe. Now we have the detachable kid. His powers are the ability to take off his arms and slowly move them to wherever he's aiming at. And it's not even like his hands are strong or durable, so there's no good reason to have these powers. All it does is just make you armless. So that's a definite hard pass. Next is this fella from Deadpool 2. His powers are vomiting acid. And I don't think there's ever been a good time to vomit acid because when he was younger he was with a girl. And you know, they get to business. You know, the face business. And, well, yeah. And do you remember the scene in Deadpool 2? This guy has no control over his powers. And one time while he was with the X-Men, he got stabbed in the stomach and he died from that because he's not even immune to his own powers. I don't see any reason in having this power. This girl from Gen V. I don't know too much about her, all I know is that she has a tail. And how did she get into this school? I swear it's only for people with superpowers. And who in their right mind would want this? Apart from furries, but that's besides the point. This has no benefits. As humans, we do not need tails to balance like monkeys do. The only use this has is a portable chair. Portable chair. Take this off the list! Also, can you please help me get to 600 subs?